Do you have the ability to work with your higher self on your own to get things healed in your life, or do you have to have hypnosis? The answer is you can do these things on your own because you are your higher self. And just like I teach all the time, your higher self is the voice of your soul. It knows the plans and the purpose for you being here right now, in addition to every other life that you've ever lived. The tricky part comes with people learning how to hear from their higher self. If you really simplify things, there are two main voices that we hear: the voice of our higher self and the voice of our ego or our personality mind. The ego mind started being formed from the day we were born and continues to this day. It's all of the dramas, traumas, and beliefs that we hold and carry, many of which are not even our own. And the voice of our ego, or the voice of our personality, screams really loudly in our mind all the time. So it's really learning how to separate the two of them. It's almost like splitting a hair. It takes practice to listen to and understand when your higher self, or that still small voice, is the one speaking to you. And even beyond that, it's learning how to obey that still small voice and not fall back on the guidance of your ego mind and your ego thoughts. I mean, we all know that we shouldn't judge and we don't want to judge, but yet we do it. We fall back on the ego in many of our actions. So really, it's spending time with your higher self and learning what that voice sounds like. And then, of course, practicing always obeying, listening to that intuition. Meditation is a great way to do this, quieting your mind. A lot of people get downloads in the shower because your mind is quiet and not as busy at that time. Prayer and reflection is another great way to learn how to listen to your higher self. Or again, that still small voice inside of you. And something that helped me connect to and hear from my higher self was doing a lot of trauma healing, doing a lot of emotional healing, getting rid of the anger, the resentment, the feelings of abandonment, rejection, and betrayal that I was holding. And that didn't happen overnight. It took a lot of effort and a lot of work, a lot of diligence. And I still work to this day trying to calm the ego by handling and dealing with every little trigger as it arises in my life. But absolutely, you can learn to hear from your higher self, and you can learn to heal with your higher self. I have healed myself from 3 quote-unquote incurable diseases, all working with my higher self. So why would people come to talk to their higher self in a higher self hypnosis session then? Some people just want to get a lot of answers and results quickly, and they'll ask various questions like these. Why did I choose the mom I did, or the dad I did? What lessons was I meant to learn? How come I had to go through so much abuse? What was I meant to learn through that? Have I had any past lives with my mom, my dad, my sister, or even any of my pets? Are there any other lives that I've lived that are currently having a negative impact in my life now? And if so, what can be done to resolve that and heal that so I don't have to keep repeating it again? Why did I come here? What am I meant to accomplish or learn or do? And how can I best get on with it? Should I stay with my current wife or husband or partner? And if I do, what's the likely outcome of that? And what lessons do I need to learn through this whole experience? How can I best help my daughter or my son? And then, of course, there's always lots of questions about physical healing for people's bodies, or asking their higher self to do a body scan on them to see if there's anything going on with their body that they're maybe currently not even aware of. And then, of course, there's questions about, am I holding any trapped unforgiveness, anger, resentment, rejection? And if so, why am I holding it? Where is it in my body? What does it look like? And what do I need to do to resolve it and heal from that now so I can move on from it? And then, of course, people like to ask lots of fun questions like, is Earth the only place I incarnate, or have I incarnated on other planets? And if so, which one is my favorite? Why? And what do I look like on that planet? To support you in your journey, I do have a class called Connecting to Your Higher Self. It was a 4-week class that I taught, and you can find that on my website, wokelightworker.com, and I'll lead you through exercises on what you can do to learn how to hear that voice and distinguish between the voice of your ego and the voice of your higher self. Or if you want to do a higher self hypnosis session, I offer free 15-minute phone consultations to answer all your questions and to make sure that it's a good fit. And you can schedule those calls again by going to my website, wokelightworker.com, or clicking the link in my bio. And right now you can go to my website and sign up for a free masterclass that I'm holding on February 25th, 2025. It's for 2 hours, and I'll even answer some questions at the end. But it's all about emotional healing. And of course, when we do this and some of the exercises in there, we will be working with our higher selves to assist with the healing. So come and learn how to work with your higher self to do emotional healing. We're going to be learning the 5 steps to healing regret, rejection, and resentment. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, again on February 25th, 2025. And if you missed it or you can't be there in person, be sure to register on my website to watch the replay at wokelightworker.com.